Welcome to our next social studies video. Today's essential question that we're talking about is what characteristics make the outer coastal plain and coastal zone unique? Now, if you remember, our state has 6 regions, so these are the last 2 regions. We're getting close to the end of this unit. All right, our vocabulary words we're going to be talking about throughout this essential question in these regions are harbor, marsh, tourism, Charleston, coastal zone, and outer coastal plain. Alright, let's get started on the outer coastal plain region. Here's the outer coastal here. Now let's do a quick review of the other regions. We have, this is the Blue Ridge region. Say them along with me if you want. This one is the Piedmont region. And then we have the Sandhills, and then the inner coastal plain. And then here's the outer coastal plain. We're getting closer to the ocean. All right, so let's learn about the outer coastal plain region. All right, this region is flat. You notice in the name of it, it is plain, and that just means flatlands. So this region is flat. It is broken up by many rivers and streams. And next time you see a map of South Carolina that has the rivers on it, you can look and see how many rivers there are in this region. Swamps cover much of the land along the rivers, and swamps, remember, are just where water covers the land. So the swamps are a big part of this region. People have drained some of these swamps to make new farmland, and then the longleaf pines and cypress trees are an important resource for lumber companies. All right, you may want to pause it here so that you can copy the information into your notes sheet that I gave you in class, and then press play when you're ready to move on. Alright, here are some pictures from the outer coastal plain region. You see the swamps here, how the swamps come up over the water, but the trees can still go through it because it's shallow enough that the roots can get the light that they need. Alright, let's move on. Alright, here we are at the last region of our state, the coastal zone. Coastal. Alright, so here we've got, again, the Blue Ridge, Piedmont, Sandhills, intercoastal, outer coastal, and coastal zone. Alright, now, this is only a 10-mile wide stretch of land from the Atlantic coast inland. So if the Atlantic Ocean is here, it only goes back 10 miles. That's not very far at all. It's a very narrow region. It does include the barrier islands that protect the coast from erosions due to tides and storms. So the barrier islands sit off out in the ocean, but they protect the mainland from the waves and the erosion where the water just takes the soil out. Marshes are a big part of the land here, and that's where salt water comes inland and covers the land. The Port of Charleston is one of the busiest ports on the east coast of the United States, so that's a very important part of South Carolina. Charleston is a very important city to our state. This region relies heavily on the tourism industry. Remember, we've talked about tourism. Anytime you go on vacation to a new place or to a place that you don't live in, that you're a tourist. And even if you're, when you go out to restaurants or you go out to stay at hotels or go visit places, that's contributing to the tourism industry. And in this region we have historic sites that people go visit. We have, of course, the golf courses that are along the coast that a lot of people come to stay and play at. And then, of course, a very popular thing that people do, that people go to vacation, is the beach. I know when I was young, I used to come to Myrtle Beach. Even though I lived in North Carolina, we would come to Myrtle Beach to visit. Alright, so you want to pause it here to fill in your notes, and then you can press play again. Alright, here are some pictures from the coastal zone. Here we see the ocean and the salt marshes, and here you can see where the erosion has taken away the soil and the trees have fallen. And then here we have, of course, a beach. You see people down here having fun. I wish I could go to the coastal zone today. All right, so make sure you have your notes filled in for our class tomorrow, and I will see you then.